To our business segment here on France 24 with Charles Pellegrin, something a little bit different with a look at a French tech startup that's making waves in the construction sector. We'll come back to Jim Jordan in a few moments.
That's right. Néolithe is the name that startup. It was founded in 2019 in Western France near Angers, and it's devised a new process that creates a material, a form of stone that can be used in construction, in buildings or highways, for instance. This material is created through a patented fossilization process which transforms non-recyclable waste into small mineral granules that can then be used in construction. And its founder, Nicolas Cruaud, is joining us on set now. Thank you very much for being with us. You are the recipient of the Ivy Tech Prize for the Young French Tech Entrepreneur of the Year, which was awarded this week. First off, I want you to tell us more about what's behind the creation of this company. In part, the fact that your father was a stonemason in Western France. That was the genesis of all this, right?
Yeah, so Neolithe is a startup. We are around 180 employees today. And my father brought the invention and the idea behind the company. So he's a stonemason, and as a stonemason, he works with limestone, a stone that is produced by the waste, by the fossilization of dinosaurs. And he wondered if we could do the same process, turning waste into stones, but in a more faster way and for our proper waste, so plastic waste, cardboard, all the non-recyclables that we should today bury or landfill or incinerate.
Mm-hmm. And this is, as sort of we're hinting at, is a carbon negative process, right?
Yeah, the waste fossilization is a way to treat waste, but also make a form of carbon capture out of the waste. So the process itself is carbon negative. And if we can deploy it on the scale of a country, we can reduce up to 7% the global greenhouse gas emissions of this country. So this is a really good opportunity to decarbonize a society.
And the construction sector has to follow and to want that change. Currently, what's the price point difference between your granules, your construction material that's carbon negative, and more traditional construction materials?
Well, actually, we seek we target the same price levels. So we have two revenues. One is the waste treatment price, which is lower than the landfilling price. And we sell the aggregates for construction companies at the same price or even a little bit lower than usual aggregates. So there is no premium for ecological benefits.
And where do you see Néolithe growing? Like, what do you see your company looking like in 5 or in 10 years?
Well, in something like 5 years, we expect to be able to treat up to something like a few million tons of waste per year. We are deploying what we call fossilisators, which are big waste treatment plants to do so. First in France, but also in Western Europe. We seek also markets in North America, Asia, and Middle East.
And what's it like convincing potential customers to use your materials? Is there a bit of reluctance, or is there a lot of questions about this new process? Is this a tough conversation to have?
Well, a few years ago, the fact that we make an aggregate with waste would have been seen as maybe a material that is not good enough. But recycling today has a really good opinion. So we benefit from it, and the carbon negative aspect is really trendy. So it's really quite easy to convince customers.
And what's the process of collecting the non-recyclable waste that you use in your process? Do you have relationships with, for example, local municipalities that collect that waste, or how does that actually work?
Well, our customers are the waste industrials, so the companies that collect the waste from either companies or collectivities, and then they sort the recyclables out of it, and then they have to pay for the landfilling or the incineration. And so instead of paying for that, they pay for fossilization per ton treated, and then we collect the waste.
Okay, and then they are they the ones who are in charge of selling the transformed product, or
no, we do. So we take the waste as an input, we are paid for it, and we transform it into an aggregate, and then we sell the aggregate to quarries or construction companies.
So, in terms of fundraising, over the years, you've managed to, since 2019, to raise quite a few funds. I think your first fundraising round was maybe 9 million. Last year, it was 20 million. What's it like looking forward? Are you expecting to be able to raise more funds for the expansion of your company?
Yeah, we are also looking for funds this year, and we will seek a few hundred million euros in the next few years to fund our factories, our waste treatment plants. So it's an industrial startup, so we have to seek a lot of funds to deploy.
Nicolas Cruaud, you're the founder and CEO of Néolithe, the French startup that won the Ivy Tech Prize for 2023. And that's it for this Business Roundup, Stuart.
Thanks very much, Charles. Yeah, well done on the award as well. Thank you very much.